This is Out Loud and Laughing.
Bye.
What's up, everybody? Already laughing. And hello to our chosen familia out there. Today, we are sitting down with two men who quite literally started the year with a bang and a kiss that was seen around the world. We've slipped into their DMs and invited them to the group chat, and they're here, so we're eager to get to know them beyond the viral wave. One is a doctor of physical therapy and the founder of Fitting in Fitness, a powerhouse dedicated to reclaiming LGBTQ health. The other is a veteran of New York stage, an actor, dancer, interior designer who spent 15 years bringing his art to life. And together, they've become the internet's favorite couple for simply being themselves on national television and beyond. Ricky Locci and DJ Petrosino, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
We're thrilled to see you on our screens after we were so surprised to see you on ours over New Year's.
I'm sure it surprises both of you guys, right? Let's get right into it. Like most people start their year with a resolution, but you two started yours by making history. So to be honest, our jaws and balls dropped at the ball drop this year. But yeah, let's get into the whole thing.
Sure.
I mean,
who doesn't love to start 2026 with a bang, right? I guess like kind of a little backstory of the night is Ricky's been here for about a little over a year and a half now. And as you have stated in that marvelous introduction, that I've been here for 15 years. And I've all that time, like any good New Yorker, have never been to Times Square on New Year's Eve. But we decided to just kind of go and see if we could like weasel our way in, and we did. And like shook and shimmied it up to the front. We some like PA saw us and saw that we were together and asked us if we wanted to come up to the front and share a smooch, and we were like, okay, sure, and we did, and then the rest is history.
yeah, and they were like, we're not even sure you're gonna be on TV. Like, we just like are like pulling people to the front, and we were like, sure, why not? And we were not in diapers.
Diapers. There were no diapers. We weren't there for 19 hours, so it was a very lucky and kismet kind of a moment.
Best way to do it for sure.
I mean, that was one of my initial questions when I first read this story, because I've been in New York since 2007. And I was like, why the fuck are they going to Times Square on New Year's Eve?
Yeah,
great question.
I would
ask that same question.
Yeah, we were thinking the same. We were judging the same thing about everyone else around. Like, how long did you in here, peasants?
That's so wild. I mean, because it is a big thing, right? Like getting to Times Square on New Year's. I mean, I'm just sure it's a big to-do. You guys live in the city, so what was getting there like?
Yeah, wasn't that bad. I also have an office like buying it, so we had like a place to leave our stuff, and then we also we were planning to meet a friend at a bar nearby too. So we were kind of just like checking it out and like seeing what was going on too. But really, you can take the train and get close enough to like kind of watching the outskirts, and that's kind of when we snuck in.
So you get pulled aside by a PA, the ball drops, it's midnight, you kiss, you guys have no idea what's happening on the other side. Did you have any inkling at that moment that a 5-second smooch would end up on ESPN and rack up over 14 million views, or were you guys just trying to stay warm?
No, it's funny because we thought that there would be some sort of like direction after we kissed, and like, because they picked a couple of couples, and we kissed, and then the confetti fell, and New York was playing, and we were like, oh, how cool, blah, blah, blah. And then we were just kind of like looking around like, what do we leave now? And I was like, we should probably go, because like we're in front of these like sanctions, so we should like get out of here and like beat the crowd. So like we kind of beelined out and headed to the bar, and then our phones were just like blowing up, and everyone was like, I just saw you on TV, what the hell, oh my god, blah blah blah, and like texts and videos and this and that, and we were like, what is happening? And then it became this whole thing, and we went to a bar. We saw it on the screen at the bar, like there were not Fox News, but news was like replaying it, and then it was like immediately after we kissed, Mondani was swearing in, and we were like, "This is appropriate, great."
So good.
What
Yeah.
an epic 2026 beginning. It's funny that you just Freudian fox slipped because my next question was going to be to Ricky. I know you mentioned that your favorite part was the reaction from Scott Van Pelt, maybe not on Fox, but on Sports Center.
Yeah.
And you know, we can't talk about gay men infiltrating the sports world without mentioning heated rivalry. You know, everybody picked up your story. I think there's so much similarity here. And so for the romance readers in our chosen family out there, and then also, you know, if you've seen the show on HBO Max, basically the both of you, your kiss was basically a live action Shane Hollander and Rosenoff moment, right? So, I mean, yeah, there's so much similarity there. I love it. It's just timely.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we definitely got that comparison a lot, especially with like the thing that went viral on was like ESPN.
Yeah.
So we definitely got like that comparison a lot. We got like interviewed by like Out Sport, which is like a gay sports magazine that like wanted to follow up on the story too. I mean, we loved Tito Rivalry. We definitely binged it for sure.
Yeah.
We didn't make the comparison until people started making the comparison. I mean, it was all the connections that that people made. I mean, when we first saw his reaction on ESPN, we thought it was so funny.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny how like people will make the most of it, where you have like God, he's disgusted. We're all disgusted. Like he's like two men kissing, da da da. And then you have people being like, well, I just don't need to see it and bring it in my home.
Right.
Da 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 da. Like my kids were watching, or it's like kissing shouldn't be on Sports Center, any kissing. But of course they made no comment on the straight couples. And then you have people that were like, oh, like poor guy, like he like didn't know what to say.
Tried
He
not
was
to get
caught off guard. He
canceled.
was trying not to get canceled. And like he just was like, you know, talking about kazoos.
He like literally sat there with his arms out, like, what next?
Yeah. Saw his whole career flash before his eyes.
I mean, do we think the sports world is finally ready for a real life heated rivalry? I hope so.
I hope so. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, maybe. I've actually seen there have been some clips online that like they've been airing like kiss you know, at games and stuff like that. And they've been airing like people, like two men kissing on these kiss cams. I'm not sure if it's like what the validity of these clips are on Instagram because you never know. But I've seen
Yeah.
them, you know, they're trying to like really mainstream it, which is, you know, I'm sure hockey viewership has seen an uptick in in statistics in the last week. Yeah, I don't know, maybe.
I love it. Okay. I mean, the New Year's Eve thing is amazing. We met you this way. We're so excited. But we also wanted to kind of get more into like you two, right? Because beyond the kiss, you both have such deep roots in our community. And I think it's so important for us to spend time there, right? Ricky, you founded Fitting in Fitness. You've spoken about the systemic barriers of our community, how we face in sports and the gym. So, was there a specific moment in your own journey where you felt like you had to take back your body? Can we talk a little bit about your kind of journey?
Yeah, absolutely. I uh, I gained a lot of weight in college. I was never like I was like played sports, but really poorly, and I never felt like I totally belonged like playing sports in high school. I always like loved my show choir and my musical theater like more. I never felt there college when I didn't have like the sports that I was kind of like keeping healthy. I like gained a lot of weight, and I was also struggling with like coming out and like managing depression. So I put on about like 80 pounds over 4 years. I kind of had to and then I ended up dropping out of college because I was really struggling with depression. Kind of a lot of my like young 20s, I spent a lot of time trying to like take back my health, both my physical and mental health. And kind of as I was like working therapy and trying different medications and improving my mental health, I also was working on my fitness, and I ended up losing 80 pounds. And I saw how the two like interplayed, and I did it. And I saw how like exercise and eating better gave me more energy and made me feel more confidently. And time I was like coming out and like determined that, and it all was kind of one journey. And I think there's a lot of people in our community that kind of struggle with like body image and mental health and their queerness and how it all comes into play. And so I really wanted to create a space as I got into personal training, motivated by my own journey and the help that it helped me move forward in my life. Um, that I wanted to create a space where queer people could feel safe. I ended up going to school for physical therapy because I fell in love with rehab and I fell in love with helping people move from like an injury to high end movers. I work as a physical therapist, working on Broadway shows. So I get to work with athletes, but in the musical theater space, which is the perfect space for me. I also kept an online business grad school that kind of took off and I just kept nurturing. Where we are able to work with queer people, we serve everybody, but we want to save people, a safe space so that they can have conversation about their queerness. They can have conversation about the pressures that are put on our community from a body point standpoint. They feel pressures by like the way people are promoting themselves out there, or the people that we have hold in our community that have certain aesthetics, people that understand that like you can struggle with your mental health, you can struggle with not feeling comfortable in the gym, and you can struggle with just the way that you're showing up socially, and that affects the way that you show up and are able to take care of your body. I also got my master's in public health, where I did a deep dive into understanding community barriers, and I used to work with a community center, but instead of using sports, I would use theater and dance to help them find better relationship with their bodies. And from there, I was able to connect with people and talk to them about health promotion. But rather than like the heteronormative sports, we used art and music, which bonded a little bit better because they had like a vogue dance school and were really passionate about that, but they needed education on top of that too.
That's really incredible. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for being vulnerable and really diving in deeply there. There's so much value I find in what a lot of that you just shared with us, particularly around the bridging of mental wellness and how it like affects our exterior worlds. For so long we hear the cliches of, you know, happiness is a choice and all of these things, but doing the work, getting to the root causes really helps us to be successful in the exterior. DJ, we're definitely going to get to you here, but Ricky, I'm really interested if I can just double click a little bit here. Something that I didn't hear you talk about is how the confidence changed the way you operators show up in the world. Like, do you want to dive into that? I've had a similar journey, and that's something that I recognize. I too lost about 120 pounds 3.5 years ago. And so it all started on the inside. And I just sort of want to hear how that was for you.
Yeah, I think I started my journey, started feeling great about like feeling better in my body, taking more action, and then I became obsessed. I became hyper aware of everything that I was putting in my mouth. Felt like if I skipped a day at the gym, that I was like gonna gain the weight back, or like I hated the way my body looked. I started like 2 days to the point where like my body was starting to hurt because I was so obsessed with obtaining these peaks. And I saw these men that we uphold in queer culture that have like six pack, celebrating them. And I was like, okay, if I get to that, like all of my problems will go away, including like the last remnants of my depression, including the fact that I didn't know what I wanted to do with my career, including like improving my love life. And then I had like a body and I had like the leanest I've ever been. And then I looked in the mirror, I enjoyed it for like 2 days, and then I was like, great. I have nothing else. And I think that's a lot of things that people don't admit out loud. There's a lot of people that, do hyper focus on their bodies. But I was like, I have a very minimal social life. I was like, I don't feel more comfortable with men. I still am struggling with that, like, what I want to do with my career. And like, that was kind of when I was like, oh, the key to confidence isn't having the perfect body. That's what I try to teach my clients. The key to confidence is having balance and enjoying like a fulfilled life and having many aspects of your life and start building those things out. And the key to confidence is actually like working really hard on something and then getting it and then learning, oh, I can do something hard and I can grow from that. And then I can do more hard things where I can like show up in the way that I want. That and carrying the less values also very helpful.
That's exactly what I imagined. And thank you for expounding upon that. Uh, DJ, you've been a dancer and actor in New York City for 15 years. Give us a little bit of about your journey. We want to definitely hear about uh, what you're working on now, but also how you've gotten there.
Sure, yeah. I am not a shy person. So I ever since I was a kid, I was always, entertaining and putting on a show in any aspect or any way that I could. I probably still do that way too much.
We know.
And yeah, growing up, I was an athlete. I played baseball for years. I was in karate. I have a black belt in karate, although it's been a long time. But I grew up being very active. My sister was a dancer, so I was always around dance. And then I started dancing. Went to school for theater. I had my bachelor's degree in theater performance, and I graduated a long time ago. We won't say the year. Graduated some time ago. And let's put it this way: Facebook was only for college kids.
Yep.
When I
Oh,
was
we know.
We know.
Oh, we can relate.
in Massachusetts, literally one of the OG Facebook members, like one of the first like 100. You needed like a school ID, all the things. Anyway, but yeah, so I
Wow.
was in was in college, got my degree, and then I performed on cruise ships for a couple of years as a dancer, and then made the big move here back in 2010. And I was on tour. I've worked regionally, and was just, pounding the pavement for years as a dancer, actor, singer, and had great success. Had made some incredible friends that are still some of my best friends to this day, which has been like such a wonderful thing in theater is that you get like kind of given friends, you know what I mean? Like when you do shows, when you do contracts, like you meet people and then you're like, oh, I actually really like you. I really vibe with you. And those people have really, helped me see different sides of myself that I never knew were there outside of theater. I thought it was just like theater or bust. But you do realize the more people you meet, the bigger your views grow. And then when COVID happened, everyone had to stop, obviously. Performances weren't happening, really nothing was happening. And I worked for a preschool for a very long time as well. And I ended up kind of working then on the back end of things. So I was working as an events coordinator. So I did that for last couple of years, and then kind of realized I was my knees and my hamstrings were liking not dancing so much, and you know, but I was also a little stuck creatively, just kind of more working admin than really anything after having been the complete opposite for such a long time in my life. But interior design is something that's a really passion of mine outside of theater, something that's made me like really, really, truly happy. I've like redone my apartment thousands of times
Yeah.
and just a little. And yeah, and then I met Ricky a year and a half ago about and he kind of really inspired me through just the way he is and just how like your options are not closed off and how he's such a proponent of like making you represent or present rather I should say the best version of yourself. And I just it was a nice like fresh set of eyes where someone was like, hey, you possess all these skill sets, why aren't you honing in on them, and then I did, and then I reached out to an interior designer and she hired me. So now I work
Amazing.
alongside of her and we work mostly residential for people in New York and design their spaces. And so now I work in interior design. So that's like been kind of my journey, very, very truncated in the last 15 years of my life.
Yeah.
But it's great because there is still that artistic itch that I do get to scratch. Granted, it's more visual now than performative, obviously, but it's still something that really brings me joy, and it's kind of like kind of a nice little ribbon on the way life has kind of played out from 2010 to now. So yeah,
A good song comes on in a bar, he'll still throw down. And he'll still
exactly,
get a
Listen.
exactly.
We all would. We all would. Thank you for sharing. What I kind of wanted to ask too, like you guys have said you guys have been together for a year and a half. How did you guys meet? And I only ask because I love to hear how gay couples meet because my husband and I met on Grindr at 11 p.m. one night. So like no answer is off the table here on how you guys met.
That's how we met.
We met on Grindr. We met on Grindr on Thanksgiving.
On Thanksgiving. Yeah.
Oh, holiday.
Someone didn't have enough stuffing.
Exactly. Don't think that joke wasn't made.
Right.
I can go on and on and on. I mean, honestly, that's fantastic. Well, it looks like holidays are really great for you guys. New Year's, Thanksgiving. I 20 minutes is just not enough to get to the real depth and meat that I know you guys are comprised of. So we definitely would love to have you guys back if you'd love to come back. But we do have something we like to do here at Out Loud and Laughing, just to get to know you guys a little quickly and quicker. It's time to learn about you guys both in our very little silly game called This or That, the New Year's Eve What edition. So are you guys ready to play?
Okay.
Sure. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's just do it. And, there's no questions, but interpret it as you'd like and answer away as you'd like. Give us a little bit of a vibe of why you said what you said, too. We'd like to get a little background info there. So kicking off, are you guys early bird gym session guys or midnight cardio?
Post-work gym with the midnight cardio.
Oh, I love that.
See, I go in the morning, but I don't work till 11. So I don't know if you could call that early bird.
I'm at the office at 8:30, so I go after work. I'm an after-work gymmer.
I was just going to say, I don't even know if we're talking about the gym anymore.
But, yeah.
Okay, are you a butt guy or a chest guy? We hit a chord.
Something's there. I want to double click. Let's pause there.
Sorry, what was the question?
A butt guy or a chest guy?
That's hard. I mean, I'm probably a butt guy.
You are a butt guy.
Yeah, I'm a butt guy.
Yeah, I'm a butt guy too.
Everything but the Broward musical or a Broadway musical or a dance party.
Oh, that's hard.
That's hard.
Oh,
I think I'm a dance party.
yeah, I would say dance party at this stage in life.
Yeah.
15 years ago, it would have been like Broadway, but yeah, no.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you prefer a hot sauna or a cold plunge?
Hot sauna.
Hot sauna.
Easy. A rom-com or a scary movie?
Scary movie.
Rom-com. I hate scary movies, but
I hate them.
I do watch them with him. But we have a rule that he has to touch me the entire time. And then I have to sleep over that night so that I don't get scared.
Yes.
I'm like you, Ricky. I'm just put me in a rom-com. I don't need the scare. I don't need more anxiety. I already have enough.
Very that.
In honor of DJ's past sports with baseball, are we pitching or catching in the game?
Pitching.
Some of us are
Team players.
Some of us
are team players.
This is the sportiest episode of Out Loud and Laughing I think we've ever had, and I'm so here for it. Gay sports all the way. All right, boys. Ohio or Massachusetts?
Ohio or Massachusetts?
Yeah. Boston's great.
I could never go back to Ohio, but I love.
Right. Do you prefer a Times Square New Year's Eve or a quiet night in?
On New Year's or just in general?
Times Square, yeah, exactly. However you interpret it.
Yes.
Would you do it all over again, or would you rather be at home?
Oh, we would do it again.
Do it exactly the same way.
Exactly, yeah. Sans first.
Love it. So once the night is over, are we showering solo or not?
Not.
Hot.
Love it. And then to round it out, we ask all of our gays, scruff or no scruff?
Scruff.
I like it.
I love it. Guys, thank you for being so open and honestly carrying the torch for visibility into 2026. Where can people find you?
You can find me on my Instagram, Ricky RICKY _ Locci LOCCI _ DPT, which stands for Doctor of Physical Therapy.
That's all the letters.
That's all. Pressure in my back.
Yeah. You can find me on Instagram at DJACTS423, DJAX423.
Ricky, DJ, what a pleasure. We hope to consider both of you now part of our chosen fam here at Out Loud and Laughing, and we're looking forward to the next public kiss. So thanks, boys. Have a good one.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.
This was Out Loud and Laughing.
We're available everywhere you get your podcasts. Spotify, Apple, YouTube, iHeart, or wherever.